Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Begiana. Because I know I've been gone for the longest time and she's been calling me out for being gone.
Exactly.
I have just not had any creative juices flowing. I've just been going through some stuff which kind of caused me to take a break from YouTube. I have been active on TikTok. If you did miss me, please watch my TikTok. It is Beginda Mase and this is my friend Asive.
You already know the levels, you know what the babies are saying. If you don't know, then Asive.
But yeah, please follow her as well. So in this video, it's very giddy because I had asked my Instagram people to tell me their experiences with dating apps. So we know that we have a huge culture of dating apps within the country. There's Hinge, there's Tinder, there's Grindr, there's Bumble, there's...
People use Bumble.
I don't know.
That's nuts. Maybe I should try it out.
There's... Hi.
As like an experiment. As like an experiment.
You should actually.
I'm joking. So alone.
You should. So yeah, do you have any experience with dating apps? Have you ever tried?
I do. I've tried Tinder.
And
I've met the love of my life, but we're no longer together. So still another story.
Did you guys last at least?
I mean, we didn't date officially. Like we went out on dates when I was still in Stellenbosch. And then I moved to Joburg and he had moved to Joburg before me. And then I link up, but it was never anything concrete. He's now left Joburg again. So, so start another story, man.
Well, for me, I have tried dating apps.
How did it go?
For the longest time, actually, I've tried them. And they're all the same.
What do you mean? How many have you tried?
I've tried Hinge, I've tried Tinder, I've tried Grindr. I've never tried Bumble. And you get it.
Nah, it's like Hinge. I just think Hinge has white people.
So I've tried quite a few. So I've seen the comments. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, because as you know, with these private links thing, people also do sort of send comments that are not necessarily as relevant. So we'll probably read those as well. Hopefully they're not going to
be kitty.
Waste our time. I almost said maced.
Okay. Maced.
And does. Okay, so the first one says, this person says, I was on Tinder back in uni, right? And this guy insisted we meet at a bus stop.
Bus stop?
Before we go on a date. So we'll meet and greet. So a lot of people like a good... Before I spend 100 rand on coffee, go away. Must have been parking.
So I must get ready, waste my time parking.
Over.
Only for you to eliminate.
Over.
Oh yeah, Shania.
So before we're gonna date, what spam? Diana.
Yes,
put me down. Over. Something was off when I got there about this dude, as he kept looking over his shoulder. Hey, boy. Okay, strange.
Very strange.
I ghosted him only to find out uyahlalisana kwapha erez, hence the bus stop link up.
So ibengathi silindi bus. Amadoda anamacebo, that's so crazy. And he keeps on checking over his shoulder because
that is so crazy. That is so crazy.
But now it's shame spun it down.
But I like the fact that it was realizing
it was uni. Like, I forgive you. Uni, we were all iconic.
Okay. And then
the next one.
The next one is, I think, is giddy. This lady said she traveled so far to meet up with a guy, only for it to be a 10-year-old boy. Imagine.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, you just made that up. Like...
Oh, we could be let down.
But this other lady, unless you are the lady.
No, but like, I think we could be down. So this is you and I. Okay, this is me flirting with somebody online.
And they turn out to be
10. And I didn't
the conversation, you didn't pick it up by
This is a lie. It can't be a 10-year-old.
It's a lie over. It's a lie.
Oh,
it can't be like a 10-year-old. You can tell.
This person says, I'm here for you. You're special to me.
Aww.
Aww.
Yebo ezizinje.
Zigidi.
Zithunyelwe i-app ezisibhalwe land at the bottom.
Oh. Okay. I saw this. Okay. Dude asked me to link up with him, but you've not been paid yet. So instead of the classic, please pay, I'll pay you back. The classic Lando. On a first date, you take me out.
You ask me out, in fact.
You ask me out and you say, ba ona mali down.
So then, why did you ask me out?
Over. Okay, instead of the classic, please pay, I'll pay you back. He said he'll ask. What did he do?
He said he'll ask me to expedite.
I unmatched him, but had a good laugh.
Why you shaking?
I like the shaking.
I'd be so irritated.
Generally, people online are just not online, but people who use dating apps religiously, but
they're brazen. Like, you're so brave. You know you haven't been paid, but you asked me out on a date. Like, what if I had money to settle for myself and she put them to get down?
And
after this, actually.
Literally. So this person says got asked to be their partner, and then after 2 weeks they went quiet with no explanation. Mind you, this was a day before Valentine's.
Okay, but
that they decided to ghost me. And what he hashtag PE men.
PE men.
I don't know, hey. I think what my experience with like dating.
Sorry,
expectation.
No, but you can't ask me out before Valentine's Day, and you know it is a Valentine's Day.
Over.
And then ghost me. Obviously, the relationship is still fresh. I'm expecting something. You can't ghost me.
How long does it have to be for you to expect something from a partner? Maybe it's a birthday gift or a Valentine's Day.
The minute she asks me out, if you birthday, next week, please, because you hear those things. But you hear those things.
I can't meet you in Feb and your birthday is in March.
But yeah, Eva, we're talking stage was before you ask me out. But your birthday, I'm not much, unless you don't ask those things.
I mean, I do, but like.
Yet you still ask me out knowing that your birthday is next month. I'm thinking, okay, we have plans and over.
She'd be like, no, man. So for me, I think the whole thing of being or meeting somebody before your birthday, like a month, ridiculous, like time.
Then don't ask me out, babes.
No, we meet before your birthday.
Yes.
A month before.
Yes.
And you get birthday, you stake down a model. And now because there's me, you now want to include me to your plans.
Because
this is a stranger, a marble down.
I want to call Mr. Party who's a fuck down with plans. That's what I'm saying. That
what if difference here Rokomama down?
Down is I love the buffalo wings. But I'll still go and have my steak because that's what I had planned to have.
Real, but like I don't like this whole thing of like ghosting people, especially.
Yeah.
So it's like somebody offering you money.
Yeah.
Hey,
so 500.
I'm on 500. Shouldn't promise it down, and you having promised me 500 rand. They expect and
like literally, and not,
I'm entitled to it.
And not that you get a budget, but
I'm entitled to it because the tend to go over. Out
of the blue,
stay over. I once had.
And now you can't text, but hey, it's 500.
Open because I could
and it was something they felt like they should say the spur of the moment or whatever. But
I mean, I remember back then there was somebody who had promised me in mind, and it was like dumb money. I think it was like not dumb money, but it was like 1,000 rand. It's quite a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
To give somebody. So out of the blue, this person is like, "Hey, you're on Mabe. I'm a dignity imali. Okay, them send pay sharp account, everything. Everything. And the person Uzangisend.
Yo, and Goku's over here. Oh, yeah,
Damkumuza. I was like, hey, I hope you're fine. I'm sorry. Lando, Lambasha. One goes over. And I had to block them because now you're making me an entitled prick. But you're out of your way. Oh, I hate that so much.
Especially Mali, shame.
So the question, PE men are interesting.
Yeah, they are very. Don't date them. And Nina Nyabami Taylor. Sad story.
That's so crazy. Why would you do that?
Sad story about us.
I'm looking for
another one. But dating in this economy and climate is just not it. Capital HIM.
Okay, the next person says, I once matched with someone on Tinder and we had an instant connection. Like, I liked him so much that it made sense that we'd meet soon.
Cute.
Talked for hours, but when we finally met, he looked nothing like his pictures. And I mean, nothing.
So you got catfished.
Over.
I'm so sorry about getting catfished in this day and age. Is a choice, man. Like, what happened to your
Google
stalking
search.
skills? Like,
Google search.
Reverse search the picture. Mutanda, babe.
Over. Shame. But
Like,
it sucks. Imagine now.
It does. Like, you've built a connection, with someone.
And also maybe you like their personality because you were flirting.
And then, he's ugly.
I'm sorry.
Lizard,
I'm sorry. Delete dating apps now. Like,
that's why I don't go as well. Like, do you pretty girl? Then I'm just here amongst frogs. Sorry.
Okay. So the next person says. Okay, it's another catfish story. So the person is, I've been catfished on Bumble.
Oh, this is a first.
And it was the most embarrassing experience of my life. I showed up for the date, and that guy was 10 years older than his pictures. Okay, this is now a plot twist because I'm your betting. But now 10 years older, over.
It depends. You saw the folks
Real.
I feel like
real. That is so real.
It is weird if you don't reveal your age.
But also, there's a tendency of people not putting their recent photos. Because, I mean, surely Chinchilla, from all these years, you don't look like the person that you look like.
Yeah, but also now, if you're going to lie about
at 10 years.
That means you also lied about your age on the app.
Oh,
and that's why I could believe the pictures were you, like, currently. Now, that's weird, actually.
But would you stay?
On the date? Stay down. If you get the chat still match the vibe on the app. And
I wouldn't chat for the connection. I'd stay for
just for that date. But we're gonna have to revisit the fact that she lied about your age. That is weird.
What do you feel about addressing people that you recently met?
Like addressing how?
The situation.
What?
That went up for the first time and your pictures are
you just have to say, oh, you look different from your pictures. You know, like you look a bit older here, like a bit more mature. Maybe don't say older, a bit more mature. And then do you feel like
you owe the person that decency?
Or like, what am I supposed to do? Get up and leave once you're here? And I realize you're not, men are crazy. So at least you have to just say, like, hey, actually, like, you look a bit different from your pictures. Oh, then as I explain about, it's old pictures. Like kind of thing, maybe. Then but actually, how old are you? Then if I find out they actually lied about the age, that's weird, because why do you feel the need to lie about your age? That means you think there is something weird about you wanting to date me as a 26-year-old and you're what, 40, I don't know.
And guess I'm a pedophile's done about it.
Exactly. So, subaki your age, I could be honest, so now I can make that decision for myself. But otherwise, if we saw the folks, some would do diesel, hi, Moss.
Moving right along, we have another person here. They say, I went on a date with somebody I met on Hinge. It was a disaster.
Sure.
He spent the entire date talking about his ex, and I'm pretty sure he was still in love with his ex.
That's an ick, I'm so sorry. Why are you not over your ex?
Yeah, but once you're gonna over the entire, imagine how bored I'd be. The entire date would be.
Then like go back to your ex, babe. You shouldn't even be on Hinge. Like,
but
go
tell
back
me,
to your ex.
my city plot twist. What's your take on finding out on who your partner's ex is?
Like if I know the person.
You
want to know who they dated before you?
Over.
I don't need to know. I'm so sorry. Like
really, I wanna know who you
rate.
dated before me. I wanna know.
Yeah, when you can get the answers to questions that you shouldn't be asking. Why? What does it do for you? We want to see if they have a type or not. Like, well, what's going on?
I'm not totally type. I'm just curious to know about. I don't know what I'm curious about actually.
Yeah, exactly. No, I couldn't eat. It's like it's like if I were to date ex mutual like I don't care. We're mutuals, but
I get that. Yeah, mutuals are not friends.
Yeah, so like chances on if we're like running the same, like let's say we met on social media and we run in the same spaces and ex was my mutual, like I don't care, babes. You turn up and stuck.
I get that. Okay. I once chatted to somebody on Hinge and had an amazing conversation. Okay.
Yeah.
But when we met in person, I realized I'd forgotten my wallet at home. Okay. And he had to pay for the entire date.
Well, of course he had to. Who was going to pay for this date?
He initiated. This is probably like a queer situation.
Couple. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, but Coco Apple Pay, I'm not buying it. Well, who broke us down?
Oh, because the local Apple Pay you can without your actual card.
You can snap scan using your banking app. Cut the cameras, babes.
I just cut.
I need some good stories because wow, I need there to be hope that we can still find love between them. Because until I go Twitter, Instagram. I got right. You know how shocked I was that people shoot their shot on TikTok DMs? When I went through my request, I was like, this is nuts.
Really?
Yeah, like nuts.
That is crazy. I think.
Can I read one I got actually?
For me, let me just wrap up my thing. I think for me, because I'm the kind of creator that is like, on your face.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily attractive to people that sexualize me. Come on. So people are just watching me for my creative work, and I appreciate that because sunfona.
Because of
sunfona because like
okay, let's finish this. Okay. Let's finish this, then I'll read this DM. It was
okay, because we're gonna end anyway soon. This is the last one. The last one says, I once met someone at Gemelli.
What?
This is in person. Semali.
Money over.
When we met with this person, he said that he lives in my area. Okay, so by socially solved already because I know about okay down. However, 2 weeks of meeting and going on dates with this man, I realized that he is my
that is what. What?
Mom's bite.
So, go tell Mama Ben Betol.
I'm so
when clutch no Mama is insane.
Over. You know, before no was I conversant.
No, but this also means then the guy was really old.
But how do you go and have that conversation with your mom? She run over.
And hey, oh Mama can be iconic. If Mama was to go search you saying that's
how would you deal with that?
Sorry, but you don't tell your mom. You just maybe tell the man. But actually, I found out about when I was busy with my mom, and it's time to end it. Maybe but also to let your mom be with a cheating man, like that's nuts.
Yeah, that's a tricky one. I don't know what I'd do in that instance.
But okay, maybe I think it also depends on what kind of relationship you have with your mom. I feel I'll be able to tell my mom, but hey, girl. Kwenzekile nansi situation, then I find out because chances are no mama can be fitla lendosh. So obviously there's no way. Yeah,
that's so crazy.
That's crazy.
But anyway, we're done with our questions. Thank you so much for contributing. But thank you so much for contributing. I am Big Ndamasa and we're signing out. I would appreciate it if you like, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah, what debate in this episode? No, like, comment, share, but yeah, thank you.